It says we're live. I'm gonna have to chug a soda to get my energy up. Cause Jesus fucking Christ, that was a good episode, but also there were some scenes that I didn't particularly like, although I begged them for them. I wanted Clegane Bowl to happen ASAP. Like I was like, oh dude, it's gotta happen this season. It's gotta happen. Now that it happened, I mean, that was yeah. Let me I gotta go potty. I also gotta pull up the chat too. Let me do that. Oh man. Yeah, what's going on there? It makes me do this every single time. While we're waiting, please go ahead and subscribe. We're almost at 100,000 strong. Oh wait, yeah. That should work. Alright, there we go. Holy shit. Jesus. I'm gonna, yeah, I need to do it to the other one, too. Tom Segura is the water champ. Oh, man, I just had to say that. If y'all watch Your Mom's House, you know what I'm talking about. Let me, pull up the live chat. How do we do that? There we go. Alright. It's so silly it makes you do this. I already signed in. This is like my 5th fucking stream. This season, anyway. Like I said, I need to chug a soda to get my energy up. That episode was yeah, it was good. I mean, I'll say that. I really need to watch it. That's one of those ones where you need to immediately watch it again, because there was a lot of shit happening. I will say that, you know, just first thoughts, and I know I'm jumping the gun because we're still kind of waiting for everybody to get... Holy shit, there's already almost 2,000 people here. That's what's up. Please go ahead and subscribe! We have a subscriber goal of trying to reach 100,000, and we're like 1,200 away. Let's do it. Let's do it. We can do it in the stream. There's 2,000 people watching right now. If y'all go ahead and click subscribe. Okay, that chat's up. Now we need to go to... Wait, what is this shit? It's gonna make me sign into this too? Fuck you, XSplit. I pay for this. I paid for XSplit. I should have just fucking kept using OBS. Kind of defeats the point of the waiting screen, right? If you allow it for one thing, it should allow for all things. Okay, at least that thing went away. All right, cool. Let's go back. Pretend y'all didn't just see me for like 10 fucking minutes. Yeah, let me go potty real quick, and then well, party, right? Potty the party. more seconds. Alright, you guys are about to see my face. Wait. Let me... Hang on. Fake out. Alright, there's only one more episode left in Game of Thrones, right? And it's kind of my responsibility. It's sort of my duty to make sure that you guys are entertained throughout this. And I got a cough for some reason real bad. So I'm not going to be able to do the long night. Hang on. Jesus Christ. Anyway, long night's coming. We got one episode left. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe. Turn the notifications on so that way you get alerted. Every single time I drop a video. It's coming up. Long night. That was weak. Long night. Long night. Whatever. Take one of those. Yeah. Subscribe, please. We're so close to 100,000 and that fucking silver play button. I can taste it. I can lick it. I'm gonna lick it. I'll let everyone know if it's real silver. We got... I got it. Hang on. Alright. Jesus Christ. 5,000 people watching and I have like an asthma attack. This is insane. Alright. Game of Thrones! Oh man. So, I guess, you know, I usually start with what I enjoy during these breakdowns. And it's really not a breakdown. It's like a live reaction. I pick out like a few things that I enjoyed and we discuss them. Same thing I do in my, I'm about to start coughing again. Same thing I do in my episode breakdowns. Like the fucking actual video, not the live stream. I will say that there were two big gripes that I have with the episode. Like, this was one of the best of the season, but also one of the most, like, it had really good moments, you know what I mean? Like, they gave us a lot of what we wanted, but when we got it, we actually saw what it was, and then it's kind of like, okay, that's just takes me away a little bit. Mainly the Clegane Bowl. Like, that was fucking... It was stupid. I'm gonna go and say it. That was fucking dumb. The way that it happened was stupid. And going into Season 8, I was like, oh, that would be great if we could get to see that. And then we saw it, and I was like, okay, maybe we did need to see that shit. Like, the actual fight scene was awesome. Badass. Very well choreographed. The way that it went down was fucking dumb. Like... I thought Qyburn's death was going to be a little bit more meaningful than just getting smashed into a fucking rock, right? So I'm like, alright, whatever. And I was like, is he going to do that to Cersei? That would have been a really good way to kill her, right? Is she dead? Is she dead right now? Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, supposedly Euron was like, I'm the man who killed Jaime Lannister. Why does that even mean anything to you? Why is killing Jaime special to you? Like, you don't have some sort of resentment towards the Lannisters. You just fucked one of the other Lannisters, his twin. You don't hate the Lannisters that much. Why is that his last words? Okay, I'm the man who killed Jaime Lannister. Fucking stupid. That line was dumb, right? Stupid. Oh man. What was I getting at? Okay, yeah, the Clegane Bowl. That's like... maybe that one of the reasons why it's such a big deal to me is because it was something that was just fantasized about in the fandom for so long. We're like, oh yeah, Sandor's gonna go fight his brother, and then like we see it, and like I said, the fight scene itself was very well choreographed. It was gruesome. I like violence, especially when it's in a make-believe world, because you know, it's not real, so there's no repercussions. These people aren't actually getting hurt, but it removed me from this episode. And I'm not even going to go as far as saying it wasn't written well, because that's not it. They gave us that's the only way that it could have happened, right? Like, everyone's headed to King's Landing. It would have seemed even dumber, and it would have been the 3-hour movie if if they made it believable, right? So if we're like, oh, okay, if we spent the time showing how the character got to this place or why they decided to do this, it would have been too long of an episode and it's cut for TV. So that's why I'm not going to go as far as to say that it was bad writing. But sometimes the fans are wrong in saying that you want to see something, because when you actually see it, it's fucking dumb. Man, I don't know. Maybe, like I said, my biggest issue with it is that it took me out of the episode, you know? I don't know. And then before it starts, there's like this big like cinematic fucking like, check out the flaming background. Like, I don't know, man. It was like the smoke. It just, I don't know, that whole thing. And I'm about to stop bitching about the episode. I feel like I need to get that off my chest before I make my video, because, you know, I don't know. And like I said, I'm not going to go as far as saying it was bad writing, because one thing that's easy to just say is like, oh, you're doing a bad job at something. I've never done what it is that the people who wrote that was, you know what I mean? And people are going to be like, oh, it's Dan and Dave. Not necessarily. They didn't necessarily write the script for this. They're the showrunners. They're in charge of a lot of shit on the show. Obviously, the course and the direction that the story goes is ultimately their decision, but whoever wrote that scene, maybe the director of photography, there's certain people that you can get mad at. So I'm not just going to say Dan and Dave, like, fuck you guys. No, not at all. But, and I'm not going to say the writer did a bad job either, because I've never done a writer's job. So I don't have enough experience to me personally to say that. I can have my opinion on it, of course, but it's not the rule of God like a lot of people fucking pretend when they make a 10-page long Reddit post about the same shit everybody already posted about. So I'm not about to do that in this video. I'm just saying there's certain things that I would have, you know what? Maybe when this season is over, I'll go back and for episode 5, I'll do how I would have done it, right? And then we'll just quit the bitching right there, because we have almost 8,000 motherfucking people watching right now, and I'm so close to 100,000 subs. Please subscribe, turn notifications on, and the long night is coming. Yeah. So let's get to the part that I enjoyed. The fucking episode. I enjoyed lots of it. I don't mean to label it like that. And also, I need to take a chill pill and relax. Like, what I'm saying is just going to be written down and reported to the police. Who gives a shit? This is my channel. I could literally say whatever I wanted to right now. Like Chicken Fucker and Tom Segura is the water champ. But yeah, nah. So, when it started, Varys died. I kind of forgot about that. Some of the deaths were just sort of meh. The anticlimactic, right? Like, it doesn't felt like it had as much emphasis on it. Like with Jorah's death, that was heavy. That was a heavy moment. You know what I mean? There was a scene with Jaime and Tyrion. That was probably one of the best scenes of the show. Top 5. The scene where Jaime frees Tyrion. The scene that's ultimately going to get Tyrion killed in this next episode. It's probably going to start with that. That scene where, in the fucking promo, where everybody's standing out and it's like a white or gray color palette. That we only see like only 3 different scenes in that promo. It's like everything's in slow motion. But one of those scenes, I bet you that's like the start of Tyrion's trial. But yeah, what was I getting at? Yeah, the scene with Jaime and Tyrion. That was probably one of the... I actually almost cried. Like, usually when I say it, I'm always hyped up. I'm like, no, I'm just doing it. I'm just, hamming it up a little bit for the camera. But no, I actually almost did. When he gave him the hug, I was like, hey, man. It reminded me of, like, whenever I think about the fact that my mom is in prison and I haven't seen her since the fucking 90s. That's a really sad moment. That's what, like, I don't know. That's what that meant. That emotion touches something that makes you inside cry immediately. You know what I mean? Everybody has things like that, But yeah, I don't know. That shit was intense, dude. That was crazy. Like I said, one of the best scenes. Varys' death, that's another little gripe that I have. His death was just kind of like, whatever. I was at least hoping that he would, like, scream. Not that I didn't like Varys, but it was literally just everybody around him, aside from Tyrion being like, oh, man, I'll see you later, bro. That sucks. I'm probably going to be joining you here soon because, yeah, that's happening. And Tyrion is the last Lannister. I will say that he's not a secret Targaryen on the television show. It's crazy. Daenerys burning all of King's Landing. It made me turn around. It made me like, dude, Daenerys is queen, right? Fucking ruler over everything. She can do no wrong in my motherfucking book. But the way that those scenes went down, I flipped the script. When the camera kept focusing on Arya when she left Sandor and she's like running through the streets of King's Landing, I'm like, dude, I kind of hope Arya picks up a boat and just shoots at Daenerys to get her to realize, hey, look, bitch, I'm down here. Don't burn me. You're burning Stark's soul. You have the potential of burning. You're just killing everything. Like, calm down a second. Take a step back. Chill. Like, you proved your point when you took down King's Landing. Well, she did that. When you took down the Red Keep, you know that's where Cersei's punk ass was. She's dead. Reel it in. Reel it in. She wanted no one alive in that city. So she said, I have no love here. She killed everything. Now she's not going to. So even if she does sit the Iron Throne, they don't fuck with her. And I could take the easy route and be like, that was a poor writing decision. They didn't know what to do with her. No, they did know what to do with her. And there were certain moments in this episode that were callbacks all the way to like seasons 3 and 4. There's one in particular I know when she was having a conversation with Jorah and I'm pretty sure Grey Worm was in the scene. I'll put it in my video, which will be out by 5 a.m. like usual. I actually have to stay awake until 9:30 tonight because the car that I purchased recently decided to have its passive anti-theft system activate out of nowhere. So at least I've narrowed it down to what it is. So I've got a locksmith coming first in the morning, so I need to stay awake for that. But yeah, that video is going to be out, and since I got to stay up so late, I'm probably going to be dropping 2 more. So you know what you better do? Make sure you motherfucking subscribe. Yeah. Are we at 100,000? I don't know. I haven't even looked at the chat once. This episode, that's the one thing. Like, I spent the first 10 minutes or 15 minutes of this live stream bitching about the episode, but it has me so emotionally disattached from, like, my channel. Like, you know, everything that I'm just, like, focusing on. I need to get my feelings off my chest. So it's not like I'm trying to do this live stream because I have a channel and I feel like I have a responsibility to talk about Game of Thrones. But if I didn't do this, I don't know what else I would be doing. You know what I mean? I probably would, like, go out somewhere socially just so I could talk with other people that might be watching the show. You know what I mean? Like, I would probably invite a bunch of people over and force them to watch it just so I could talk to them about it. You know what I mean? But yeah, no. Jeez. What was I saying about? Oh yeah, I wanted to check to see if we hit 100,000 yet. Game of Thrones. Oh, I can't tell. It's still, I know it's more than what the count that I'm seeing is. I'll have to check later. I can't tell if it is. Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, when Arya was walking through the streets, I've never felt as though someone should harm Daenerys in any way. But I kind of would be like, if Arya killed the Night King and Daenerys, what is Daenerys gonna do to the North, bro? She was talking to Jon like your cunt sister. She wants to. This is all part of her plan. She's happy that Varys died right now. Daenerys is literally like, oh, Sansa made me do it. She made me do it. It was her fault. You know what I mean? She's probably gonna start. The episode's gonna start with Tyrion's trial, which is something that has been going around for 2 years now. And then it's going to quickly progress into threatening the North. Then Jon Snow is probably going to be like, hold up, bitch. Right? So Jon's officially not with Daenerys. I don't know if he likes guys now. I don't know what's going on. But even if I don't know what he was thinking, but you can totally have a better conversation with someone after you've just had sex, as opposed to before, right? You've just both gotten laid, so the conversation's gonna go down a lot smoother. This idiot goes, I'm not even gonna kiss you. You know what I mean? Like, he does it. That's the second time he's done that this season. So not only he said, I love you, you're my queen, right? You know, I have love for you, friend, boss, you're my boss, right? And she literally just said, I don't have anything left. I don't have nothing left. And then he's like, yeah, you're right, bitch, you don't have nothing left. You have shit left here. You better go home. And that's what I'm kind of hoping that's what I was hoping would happen. You know what? I kind of feel like the safest thing for Daenerys, for her to not die, for Jon Snow to not murder Daenerys in cold blood. You know what makes me say that? Obviously, there's that leaked bullshit. Don't even want to mention it. But Jon Snow killed a Northman to save some random person in King's Landing. He's literally choosing to save he's choosing someone from King's Landing, the capital. He's choosing the kingdom over someone close to him. Now, mind you, that Stark soldier was about to rape her, but also he didn't even hesitate to be like, hold up, man, chill out. I'm the king, bitch. You better calm the king of the north. I'll have you beheaded. Calm down. You know what I mean? I don't know. So, yeah, that, in my opinion, means that he's going to choose the kingdom over Daenerys. I don't know. I feel like there's a bit of foreshadowing in that. But, yeah, I'm pretty sure the episode 6, the final episode of Game of Thrones, is going to be, instead of whatever the title is, it's going to be renamed in How to Make Daenerys Lovers Hate Daenerys. So that way when she dies, they will feel less badly about it. I don't know. That shit is fucking crazy. Like, you could have calmed down. Just land the dragon and stop burning shit. I don't know. When I saw the wildfire, I was like, oh, shit, it's about to get a lot worse. Everybody that's around it is about to blow up. No, they just sort of added that in there for, like, yet another cool visual. Whatever. Oh, man. All right, let me pay attention to the chat. There was one more thing that I wanted to talk about. Yeah, I guess I kind of already talked about it, but Jaime and Cersei dying? Like, hang on, I just saw some weird shit in the chat. Oh, yeah, you're getting blocked. What the fuck? That was someone... Don't click on that weird link. If someone puts a weird link in the chat, don't click on it. Someone named UFC Live. That's probably a virus, dude. You gonna get your shit. You gonna get a virus, dude. OG Loke, dude. Oh, man, holy fuck. We've held steady at 8,000. This is the most people that's ever watched me. Oh, man. 8,000 people. Are we on the fucking trending page, on the live trending page on YouTube? There's a bunch of super chats I need to get to, too. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, that's what's up. Thank you. Y'all are helping me get back into my vehicle. Y'all don't even know it. Y'all don't even know it. I'm locked out of my car right now, and y'all are literally directly helping me cover that charge. Locksmiths are fucking expensive. I gotta pay this dude like $200 that I don't have. I mean, like I said, I already briefly talked about it. Cersei and Jaime, are they dead? I mean, they've gotten crushed. We didn't see any of them in the next teaser trailer. Jaime, the actor who plays him, this is not a spoiler warning at this point. He's signed a contract to only be in a certain number of episodes. He's been in that certain number of episodes, so if he is gone. And then also, Lena Headey, this is also not a spoiler. She said this in an interview. She said that the last day of filming, she was walking up and down the stairs. That means she was filming the scene right before Clegane Bowl. Hang on, I got a cough again. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that confirms it. Lena Headey's last scene that she filmed was actually the last scene that she was in on the show. She said she had to film herself walking up and down the stairs a bunch of times. And I think her last name is actually pronounced Heedy, not Hetty. Oh, yeah, that's right. Chat time. All right, holy shit. We got a super chat from Charlie, and there's nothing attached. Thank you for that super chat. Then we got one from Tyler, TS97. Thank you for that super chat, sir. And he says, Queenslayer, anyone? Not sure if that's what Missandei meant. Danny. Way too many innocents, and surrender was given. Yeah, that's true. She heard the bell, and that's what made her lose it. What's interesting is, I think I saw an episode, I can't remember if it was Fresh Prince or In the House, like LL Cool J's old show. But one of the episodes, there was a famous boxer on. It was either Lennox Lewis or Evander Holyfield, maybe. I think it was Lennox Lewis. Whenever he heard the sound of a toaster, it made him think that he was in the boxing ring. And I think that's what happened with Daenerys. I'm pretty sure those bells just did something that tipped her over the fucking edge because she started crying. And right before she cried, she killed thousands of people. Jon's not going to forgive that. Maybe if Jon was sleeping with her, he might have forgiven that, but he didn't. He also could have maybe convinced her to not do that. He pushed her into a corner. He said, "You're my queen," basically telling her this is just, at this point, a business relationship. I don't feel comfortable sleeping with my aunt. I think Jon would be comfortable with it. He keeps telling everybody that he doesn't want the Iron Throne, but I think he's saying that because he's rationalizing what his internal thought is. Do I want the Iron Throne? I don't want the Iron Throne. That's what he's projecting outward because he thinks that's the right thing to do. But I'm pretty sure Varys' last words are going to make Jon step up. And I don't know how the fuck it's going to go down, and I hope it go down safely at this point. And you know, right before the episode started, I was like, oh yeah, Cersei's going to get her just desserts. But you know what? The goddamn writers, thank you for that. They turned it around, and they actually made me give a shit about this cunt for 8 seasons. 8 seasons. I was like, yeah, I can't wait to see this bitch die. And then finally we get to the moments, you know. I think I started watching the show in 2014, so this is like almost 6 years I've been waiting to see her die. It's crazy. And I was like, oh, I hope she kind of gets away. I hope she gets in that dinghy and goes to Pentos. Nope. She got crushed by the rocks. I guess it was either them or Arya. Alright. Let's see. We got another super chat from Thomas Delaney. He says, all those seasons. That's how the Lannisters die. I mean, it's kind of like what I've learned, and this is just my opinion, you know, that's not the rule of God, but my opinion, if there's something that you don't like about the writing, then shove it up your ass. No, I'm just kidding. No, that's fine. You can have that opinion. The only way to sort of make sense of the situation is by listening to as many opinions of it as possible, so that way you can have all these different kind of perspectives of how other people witnessed a scene go down or how they saw a certain situation, and then you can be like, okay, I kind of feel like I've heard the other sides. Now I at least I know what the opposing side would say. You know what I mean? But I still feel the way I do. Because sometimes when you listen to enough of different opinions, you actually rethink your whole shit. Like you get more information and you see things that you wouldn't normally have seen. So sometimes you change, you know, your opinion on something. So to you saying, you know, all those seasons and that's how the Lannisters died, I bet you there are people that watched it that were like, I'm glad those motherfuckers died that way. Even though I like Jaime and they wrote it a way where he sort of made a comeback, fuck that dude. He pushed Bran out of the window and he broke Brienne's heart this last episode. You know what I mean? So I don't know. And then he still went back to Cersei. He's a cunt. So there's people that were happy with that. You know what I mean? And you didn't enjoy that, I think. Maybe that's what you were saying. All those seasons, that's how the Lannisters died. With an exclamation point. I'm interpreting that as you didn't, you know, you were saying like, that's how they die? But yeah. I don't know. So if you didn't enjoy something, there was probably someone who did. And maybe just by, instead of, because I know what the fuck is about to happen, which is why I wish there was a way to block entire subreddits just until after the season's over, and then everybody's ready to spread their opinions. Because what everyone doesn't realize is they're saying it so much that this is it. There's no more. This is so final. Wait until you have the fucking... Because everyone, I think a lot of the people that have an issue, and I don't even want to say a lot of the people because you can't generalize it. There's different people that enjoy it and hate it for different reasons. But this is definitely a divisive season, we will say that. But you have to sort of watch something as a whole. And you know what? That doesn't really apply to this episode. So, I don't really know what to think. I will say that just because you don't enjoy something doesn't mean someone else doesn't either. You know what I mean? And a lot of the times when someone says their opinion of something, if someone else disagrees, because it's the fucking internet and you have this like charade of no one's ever gonna find out it's me typing this comment, people feel safe and they just talk shit and they make you feel dumb and you just don't even want to comment anymore. You know what I mean? It's not that they make you feel dumb, they just say dumb shit and you're just like, man, I'm stupid for even having engaging with this fucking clown. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I guess what I could say is people watching me right now, if you're a fan and you see people talking shit in comments, and it happens in my comment section, I'm pretty sure in the video that I do in my breakdown, there's always some shit going down in the comment. Just ignore it because you don't do anything but feed the fire, right? We got enough fire. I tweeted about I couldn't wait to see some fire and blood in this episode, and I'm actually a little bit regretting that. What's interesting is that the first 25 to 30 minutes of the episode, I was like, fuck yeah! I kicked my wall, you know what I'm saying, hard enough to like disconnect some shit in the back of my computer. So that lets you know my computer's not touching the wall. So I was excited. But then as soon as, because they kept showing little random cuts. They showed that woman who looks like an older version of Dewey from Malcolm in the Middle. As soon as I seen her, I was like, life is unfair. But yeah, yeah, that chick's look like Dewey. I don't know what the fuck that was, why they made her look like that. But yeah, anyway, when they first showed her, I was like, I don't care about this innocent bitch. Like, if this is who you guys are trying to make me feel bad about, so be it. But then the episode progresses, and then you see her interacting with Arya. And had she not have interacted with Arya, then we probably wouldn't have given a shit about her, because she's just some random Dewey-looking bitch walking around King's Landing. But nope. The show wraps you into actually caring about the innocent people of King's Landing, because like I said, when I first saw them, I was like, who gives a shit? You know what I mean? Like, it almost felt a little bit like Attack on Titan. It's an anime show, but basically there's these creatures that attack the city, and there's different layers of the city, and the richer people live in the more secure part of the city. And then they, you know, when the Titans attack, they get locked out of that part of the city. So that's what it reminded me of. But yeah, I was like, yeah, fuck those guys. I hope Arya and Sandor get shelter. But yeah, fuck them. They're about to burn. And then it actually happens, you know, like 15 minutes later, and I'm like, holy shit, there's no coming back from this. She killed thousands, tens of thousands of people. She didn't discriminate. She knew that, you know, somewhere she had to know deep down that she could have been potentially killing her own people, and she didn't stop. She didn't give a shit. Last time I did a live stream, and in the last few videos I did, I was like, no matter what happens, I'm going to always see it from Daenerys' side. I don't know. She definitely fucked up. You fucked up. You fucked up, Khaleesi. Yeah, that was crazy. How about Grey Worm? He's a fucking savage too, bro. Jesus Christ. Dickless Grey Worm was wreaking havoc all across the city. That was badass. It made me want to pick up a spear and start, you know, I might be Grey Worm this next Halloween. That was badass. Like, he killed so many fucking Lannisters, and he's not even wearing a helmet. He's one of the sanest characters in the sense that he always puts his helmet on when he engages in battle. Everybody else is like, nah, I don't need a helmet. I'd rather let my hair go around freely. Nah, he's like, no, I'm going to put it on because, you know, it'll protect my fucking head if something comes flying at me. But this time, he didn't even put it on. Apparently, that's why he was so much more badass when he didn't wear a helmet. Holy shit. So many Lannisters died. See, that's the one thing. I still don't care that so many Lannister soldiers died. It was mainly just the random people in King's Landing. You know what I mean? It would have been a different story, and I think this is one thing that I would have added in if I was on the writer's floor. Maybe showed some citizens of King's Landing, because Cersei has been putting out this propaganda nonsense of like, Daenerys is this evil queen, which actually, it wasn't propaganda, and it wasn't nonsense. Daenerys invaded King's Landing with a foreign army and did not disparage, or like, I guess that's, is that the right, did I use that the right way? She didn't discriminate. She did not give a flying fuck who died. She wanted it all to burn to the ground. She told Jon she was alone. She doesn't have love over here. The people love him more than they'll ever love her. Well, now the people don't fucking exist. They don't have a choice. And I don't think they'll ever fuck with her like they will Jon. Jon would have never done anything like that, dude. That's crazy. Dany destroys everything in all capital letters. Written right there on my notes. Dany destroys everything. Why would you do that? Crazy bitch. I'm just kidding. Oh, man. I've definitely got to do some rationalizing. It's going to take me a long time to record the audio for this video. Usually that's something I could just jet through. It's going to take me a long fucking time. I'm going to sound so a certain type of way, and I got to make sure I curb that, because there's enough of that already on YouTube. Alright, let's jump in the chat. Man, what the fuck? Let me take a sip of my goddamn ice cold soda. If Tom Segura's the water champ, then I'm the soda champ. It's healthier. Alright, we got a super chat from Dragon June's Melody. Thank you for that. And she says, what the fuck? Why did Dany do that? Was Jon dead? No, Jon's alive. I'm pretty sure he's in that promo. I gotta watch it again, but Jon's alive. I don't know why she did that. I mean, I know why she did it. But I'm saying, I don't know why she didn't stop. Right? So she heard the bells and she decided to proceed, which was cool. Because at first I was like, alright, she's just gonna go straight to... If she just burned everyone in the Red Keep, and there might have been like some maids or some fucking chamber pot emptiers or some shit in there. Fuck them. They could die. Nah, she intentionally went through the city. It was almost like, because of the way the camera kept panning around, it was almost like Cersei was in a fucking vortex that Daenerys couldn't reach unless she went through a maze first. Because she was literally just flying around the Red Keep burning shit. And I know it makes it look more badass. And they went full throttle. But, come on. Like, I don't know, Danny. You should have just... And here's the thing. I do kind of think that she was in the right a little bit. Jon fucked up. Jon is going to feel so fucking guilty. I think he's going to see it. He's going to be like, okay, she's crazy. Obviously, she's crazy. She can't have the Iron Throne. The Iron Throne doesn't exist. It is literally destroyed. I'm sure we're going to get a shot of it in the next episode, and it's probably going to be mostly broken from like all the rocks hitting it or something. But Jon's thoughts are going to be, okay, this bitch can't sit the Iron Throne, and also, maybe I should have given her some dick. Maybe I should have just she lost a lot. You know, it might not have been the best time, but she clearly wanted to. She was like, I want to feel that northern sword. She wanted some of his long claw, right? He was like, nah, can't do it. I'm on my man period. You know what I mean? And even then, that doesn't stop me personally. But I'm just like, come on, dude. They had to do it that way, I guess, for it to make sense, and it does. And they actually successfully succeeded in doing something that this show is famous for. And I'm going to say it like a broken record. They subverted tropes. No, they really did. They really did. Because the trope would be that when Daenerys does something bad, even her biggest fans, there might be casual Daenerys fans that'll be like, oh yeah, fuck that bitch, she's crazy. But her true fans will never unlike her. There's nothing she can do. She's lost so much, her actions are justified. That's why I said with certainty, I was like, there's no way whatever the fuck they have planned for this next episode, there's no way they're going to change my mind on that shit. It didn't happen. I mean, it did happen. They successfully did that. Like, what the fuck? They did it in a way well enough where I can't complain about how they did it. I mean, I can, because if I were Daenerys, or if I had some sort of say-so, I would have done something from the other side just to make what Daenerys did a little bit more justified, because she looks like the fucking villain. Like I said, there were several moments in the episode where I wished Arya would grab a bow and use her instant teleportation and appear right above Dany and just land on, maybe just grab her for a second. Calm down. Quit saying your cars. You're going to kill everybody. Calm the fuck down. You know what I mean? Or like maybe there was a scene where right after she had already done that damage and killed a whole bunch of innocents, what made her have a redeeming quality, which she does, that's why everybody fucking likes her. She's literally been nothing but redeeming qualities. Maybe they had her land on one of the rooftops mid-fire burn session, just like they did right before she actually went into the city, right before the bell started, and have her see Arya holding the little girl or something. Or just, she could see a little kid and she's like, oh shit, I fucked up. Let me stop right here. You know what I mean? And then we could have had a scene of her getting off the dragon. She gets off the dragon, like slides off the roof or some shit and goes down and helps the little girl to safety. And then she tells Dragon, so close, Drogon, she tells Drogon, fuck off, mate. Like, I'm going to help this little girl. That was my Australian accent. It was terrible. But yeah, I don't know. That would be what I would have done, maybe. But that's because I like her character so much. Like I said, they were successful in, if you want to call it that, subverting the trope that no matter how much a character fucks up, if you like them, they can't really do anything wrong in your eyes. But that's not true. You fucked up. You fucked it. You went full out Mad Queen. What Cersei did, which we cannot forget for so many years, I don't know. Here's the thing, right? So, all right, I'm gonna jump in the chat. I'm gonna get in the super chat as well, and we're also getting fucking low on time for this because I know I'm gonna have to get started on that video soon. Daenerys lost an insane amount. In my last video, I explained that. I said Dany has lost more than anyone else on Game of Thrones. Okay, hear me out. Obviously, there's characters who have lost a lot, like all of House Stark. That happened over time. They were given time to process that. And time fucks you, but it also heals wounds. So those characters had time to deal with the shit. They had time to properly process it in that fucked up world. Not to Dany. She's been shit on, then brought up, then shit on, then brought up. And then in season 8, shit on. Literally, if there was something equivalent to it, like a dragon took a flyby shit on her and it all landed on her. And she lost everything. So you're like, okay, her actions are going to be justified. I'm forgetting my point. I'm forgetting this massive point that I was making. Damn, that fucking sucks. I felt like that was a really good rant. You know what? I'm going to save it for the video because I have the notes written down right here that led me into that rant. So I'm going to save it for the video. You guys are wondering what kind of video. The fucking one that I'm going to do later. So make sure you subscribe. Turn your notifications on so that way you get alerted every single time we drop a video. I'm going to check my subscriber count and see if we hit 100,000 yet. Because there's been 8,000 people watching for so fucking long. I think we might have hit 100,000. I think I might be getting that silver play button. Oh my god, dude. I don't know what I'm going to do. I never in my wildest fucking dreams ever thought that I would come anywhere near close to that. What I thought was going to happen, right? You guys want to know? I thought I was going to get to a point where I would continue making YouTube videos, but I would never be as wildly watched as I am now. That's insane. That's fucking nuts. And then the biggest milestone, I think, to any YouTuber, and it's one that you still, after you pass it, you're still like, holy shit, can't believe I got to that, is the 100,000, the silver play button. Like, that's what the fuck? Holy shit, let me check to see if I hit that yet. Oh my god, that's nuts. You guys don't understand. I've been watching my live sub count for like the past 24 hours. I'm about to hit that shit. I need to screenshot it so I can share it on my Instagram, which is linked down below in the description. Oh man, let me look and see. Give me like 3 seconds. Oh wait, I clicked on the wrong one. Oh man. What the fuck? I just typed in Sir. Yep, that's me. Just Sir. Yep. Oh, we're still like 1,000 away. We're 1,000 away. Damn, look, I was making myself look like an idiot, getting all excited and shit. Damn, we're still 1,000. At least that's what this thing says. I mean, it's going up like fucking crazy, but we're still 1,000 away. Look at that. There's 7,000 of y'all motherfuckers watching right now. I guess y'all already subscribed. Whatever, let's move on. Let's talk about the show. Holy shit. Damn, someone sent the biggest super chat I think I've ever gotten on this channel. Let me answer that immediately, and then let me answer a bunch more. Because that... Fucking A, damn. Holy shit. Thank you, Angela Perry. Jesus. She said, do a body count. Talking points. 1, symbolism of the white horse. Imagery of Arya, Clegane Bowl. 3, Euron, Jaime. 4, Dany in this episode. Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. 5, Tyrion. 6, Davos. 7, Qyburn. I think that one's been up there for a while because I've talked about a lot of those characters. Thank you for that super chat. The image of Arya... in the white, well, no, you said you wanted the symbolism of that. I think, I don't know what to think about that. I think the ash falling in the background was definitely reminiscent of Winterfell, and if I'm not mistaken, I heard the Stark theme playing as she did that. The white horse is the same color horse that she took when she met with Hot Pie, and Hot Pie was like, oh yeah, your brother Jon, he's king of the north. Everybody's home at Winterfell. That's the same color horse that she took when she went home. Like there was a turning point, and that's what she was doing. She gave up on killing Cersei already, and seeing that there was that horse that reminded her, the ash falling reminded her of home. She's like, fuck this, I'm going home. Not west of Westeros, home. Because initially she said she wasn't coming back. I think she's gonna go home. I think she might have some awkward. It wasn't awkward. I mean, she's gonna have some sex with Gendry. She's gonna get some blacksmith pipe. Yeah, it's going down. She's going home. And I've definitely talked about Dany a bunch. I can't really talk about her again because, oh man, I've said plenty. It's a lot. I gotta work through my thoughts on that. The Euron and Jaime fight was I kind of feel the same way I did about Clegane Bowl. I felt it was unnecessary. Jaime didn't actually die. If Jaime had actually, I mean, he did die, but I'm saying if he died in that fight and never made it to go see Cersei, to me, that would have been a bit more of a satisfying and realistic ending, because how the fuck You know what I mean? Like, come on, they met up with each other. Like, somehow Cersei survived all this fallen shit, and they somehow met up. It's a TV show. I'm not going to critique it on that, but I feel like if Jaime had died with Euron right there on the beach, both of them sort of just... There's this one really famous fight scene that South Park did with Jimmy and Timmy. They made fun of it. It's a cop movie from the 80s. Really famous fight scene. That's sort of... I felt like that's what they were going for with Euron and Jaime. Euron needed his ass kicked. I wanted to see him burned by a dragon. Speaking of which, that's crazy that Dany was able to take out every single scorpion. And they even confirmed that. I felt like that was like a... We didn't need you to confirm it. Well, she goes... Qyburn's like... She's destroyed all the scorpions. First off, how the fuck do you know that? There was like 30 of them. How do you know she's destroyed every single one? There's not one more. You guys don't have one inside in case she rips off the roof. You know what dragons are capable... Whatever. But yeah. I felt like if Jaime had died, the Euron and the Jaime fight would have served more of a purpose. It was sort of just like a ploy because we needed Euron to get his fucking ass kicked. And that's what happened. That's why it happened. And then Euron's line of... I'm the man that killed Jaime Lannister. No, you aren't. And you don't even give a shit. You're telling me that one interaction where you clearly got the better of Jaime, where you told him that you wonder if his sister likes a finger in her asshole? You're telling me that made you had some great rivalry where you want that to be your last words instead of, fuck Theon, he's dead. You know what I mean? Something like that. Speaking of which, where the fuck was Yara? We could have used your shit. What about this Prince of Dorne? Where was he at? They're going to show up in the next episode, I bet you. After the war's done. Thank you for that super chat, Angela Perry. We got one from... I don't even know how to say this. Annie... Oh, no, it's not that hard. I just was trying to read it all together. I think it's Annie Castro, 05. Thank you for that super chat. And she says, we saw Bran's vision of the dragon flying over the city, and now I hope to see the vision... Daenerys had in the House of the Undying, walking through the destroyed throne room. I think that could happen right before she goes out and talks to all the Dothraki and gets them screaming like they raised their aurochs in the air, and she says some kind of shit that it's probably going to be pretty emotional to take. You're a super fan of Dany, you're going to be like, oh, she's fully committing to this Mad Queen. I'm hoping what happens if we do get that House of the Undying vision, or similar to what she saw in that vision, it makes her realize what she's done. Because the thing that sort of makes me nervous about this next episode is not only did she just do all this shit, but she may not have remorse. If she has remorse and she talks to Jon and she's sort of like, hey, man, I was on my period. No, I'm just kidding. If she talks to Jon and she's like, hey, seriously, I just lost everything. I lost it for a second, but now I feel like... maybe I don't want the Iron Throne. Maybe I want to leave. And if she does that, obviously Jon's going to be like, no, stay. We'll have someone else rule. This throne has ruined us. It drives everyone crazy, and our family has a history of, like, being destroyed over it. So let's just leave it the fuck alone. Let's move out of King's Landing. Let's go back up to where I used to hunt at. You know, we can both ride on Drogon. He's big. They're asexual. If we wait long enough, he'll have... babies, and then we'll be able to fly dragons again. Like, it'll be chill. Everything will be fine. But I don't think that's what's going to happen. I think she's going to not feel any remorse, and they're going to, with this being the last episode, and it confirms it, because the actors were not lying nowhere near as much as they normally do in their interviews. Cersei confirmed that the last scene that she filmed, or her last day of filming, she was running up and down a stair set, and she died, basically. Or no, she didn't die there, but the Clegane Bowl that she was a part of, I'm sure that had to be filmed like 100 times. And then Emilia said that the last taste of Dany sort of makes your mouth turn bitter, and that's kind of already happened. So this last episode is going to be full of moments in which I have to rethink of the giant face that I was going to get on my thigh. I was going to get a face right down here. It was going to be Emilia, and she's going to be going like this. There's this fucking me. I'm just kidding. But yeah, no, I mean, damn, that is nuts. There are people that actually do have faces of the actors on them. That's pretty nuts, dude. But yeah, nah. See, I'm running out of shit to say because I'm like staying over my time limit. Usually I start taking just chat questions right now and then start wrapping it up. But I still need y'all to talk through this. So I'm gonna hang out for another at least 10 more minutes. We got one from Dr. Sugar Ray, and he or she says, did I see dragon behind Drogon in the cave? Did I see a dragon behind Drogon in the cave? When did you see Drogon on it? You're talking about that clip from the trailer. Let me pull up so I can rewatch real quick. Let me pull up the preview for the next episode. Was Drogon in a cave? Let me see. I wish I could show you guys right now, but I don't fuck with XSplit enough to know how to do that. Sorry. I like that Dany braided her hair back. She looks well kept. She definitely took a shower. She took a shower. Yeah, I don't see Drogon in the cave. You're talking about that clip from the initial trailer. And everybody was like, "Oh, that's Tyrion getting burned." No, I think that was Varys getting burned because we saw Drogon from pitch black, and there's no shot of him from the teaser. Then we got one from Joe Figueroa, and he says, "Well, you cried during the last episode." No, I don't cry, man. I'm not gonna cry like the little kid when he's like, "Do you miss?" When the news reporter's like, "Do you miss your mommy?" He's like, "No." Yeah, I'm not gonna cry. Nah. I've never actually cried from a TV show. Like, never actually had tears come down my face. Definitely cried before, but not from a TV show. I've come fucking close to it with this show like 30 times this season. It's not my fault, though. They go full throttle, and, you know, Tom Segura's the water champ. Do you think, this is from Montoshire, and he or she says, do you think Dany sent a group to snatch Sansa? I don't think she has to send a group. Daenerys is now, because she literally murdered anyone in the immediate vicinity who would oppose her, is now the ruler of the 7 kingdoms. And she doesn't have to send a group. The North will answer for their crimes. And you know what? I kind of feel like Sansa needs to be threatened, because if she had not gone around if she hadn't gone around Jon's back, Jon, you're fucking dumb for telling him. Literally, she goes, "Hey, I don't tell this one thing. Can you promise me? Can you not tell your family?" Jon's like, "Of course, I won't. Winter's coming." And then he walks out the fucking door and goes and tells the entire kingdom. What he did was he lit the biggest fire the North has ever seen in Sansa. He told a fucking redhead. No, I'm just kidding. He told Sansa, and then she told everyone else. And like I was getting at, Sansa kind of need to be scared a little bit, because if she hadn't have done what she did and just kept the secret that Jon told her to promise not to say to herself, then she wouldn't even have to be worried about it. And I know it's kind of like manufactured drama for the last episode, because we need to get through another hour and a half of sitting on the edge of our fucking seats and just feeling like we're going to have a heart attack. Anybody else think Arya was going to die like 7 different times? And they kept cutting. That one last time they did it before we see her in the White Horse, where they cut out and it looks like she dies with the rest of them being crushed and the building fucking dropped. I think it was the scene where the bell landed in front of her. I was like, are y'all fucking serious? She killed the Night King, and you're just about to get smacked with a fucking bell. Like, oh man, I would have been so mad. Thankfully she didn't. But yeah. Yeah. I got a lot to go through before making this video. And usually, what successfully happens with the live streams is that I calm myself down, you know? And then I have a clear head. Not so much. I'm going to have to rewatch the episode, which means I'm going to be up even later. Which means I have to be up later anyway, because I got to wait for the locksmith to come unlock my car. Then I'm going to take my car, and I'm probably going to go drive around really far while I wait to upload the second video that I'm going to stay making tonight. So that's 3 uploads. And then I'm going to try to upload a bunch more, so you better make sure you subscribe. Turn your notifications on. Make sure that, so that way you get alerted every single time I drop a video throughout this upcoming long night. Super special shout out to every single fucking person who's been watching with me. We hit a massive goal on this channel tonight. I think we're at 100,000. I'm not sure. I don't know. But we also had more than I've ever had watching me, which was like 8,000 people. It's fucking nuts. Thank everybody who sent the super chats. What I'm going to do is YouTube, I think, saves them, so I can go back and try to get to them in a Q&A, which I'm actually going to be uploading, like basically spamming you guys with content after the season ends. Obviously, there's no more episodes, so that's kind of what I feel when, like, I know with Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter being out for so long, the only thing that fans have to look forward to is places like YouTube. There's content creators that make videos based on those subject matters, and that's what's about to happen to Game of Thrones until we get the successor show, which they said we're going to be getting a trailer for next year, but who knows? Who knows how these things go? It could be another 2 years, so make sure you're subbed, and I'm going to make sure I upload you guys with all that content. And also, I do a poll every time I upload a video, and I'm gonna go back and see how much of the season was predicted in those polls, like how much of the audience, the viewing audience, was able to predict. All right, but yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. Hopefully, the next time I see y'all, which will be after the last episode of Game of Thrones, Daenerys isn't either dead or killed everyone around her to the point where we wish maybe someone had just killed her so that everybody else wasn't dead. I mean, I don't know. It's fucked up. This goddamn show. Luckily, it's fake as fuck, and it's not real. That's what we gotta keep telling ourselves, right? We wish there was a world in which we could slip away and ride a dragon, and then go say, I'm gonna fuck a queen in a castle. But we can't fucking do that. So that's why we love this escapism. Alright, y'all. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. Thank you all so much for watching. My name's Mark, and this has been... let me pull up the end broadcast so I can do this cool. My name's Mark, and this has been Sir Hans Reviews.